Okay, real quick, I'm just going to do a collective November read. This is prerequisite for 11/11 tomorrow. For those of you who don't speak spiritual jargon, this is the opportunity to jump on platform 9 3/4. This is the opportunity to jump on platform 9 3/4. This is like the time of year I feel like you send off applications to like Hedwig School so you can get your pets together. I'm actually sorting these, so I can't just be throwing them all over the place. But yeah, I don't know. Are you gonna have an owl? Do you want a cat? I feel like I'm trying to sort and look at the camera at the same time. And sorting and looking at the camera at the same time, probably. Anyway, you're trying to figure out these animal things, right? And it's awkward because some people just don't get it. And they're not going to get it, and that's okay. If you do get it, however, it's really one of those, you work in tandem. You work with the animal kingdom, not against it. Understand when I'm saying that we are also mammals. So we're mammalians in this house. I don't have any um, aquatic animals at the moment, although I have had aquatic animals. Excuse me, Miss Ma'am, I'm trying to sort it out. So that's shaman energy coming through. It's just the only card. I'm sorting these, as you can see. I'm going to say sort a lot because I'm getting reused to saying it. You know how you have like certain preferences, and you have to, when you go to school or when you attend an institution, whether it's, I don't know, it could be summer camp, Hogwarts, or I don't know, any type of new field of learning, you kind of hold on to certain tidbits and repeat them so that you can commit them to memory. That's what's happening here. This is like the memory of trees, if you've heard that song by Enya, but this is the memory of animals' life and the way that we've used our capacity as mammals in tandem to either cleanse the earth or to become a part. So you can either think of a part as being separated, apart from one another, or you can think about yourself as having a role. That's why the animal that you choose is really going to choose you in all reality. They will either grace your presence or not, or not. It's up to them. You don't get to, all you can say is, I'm going to commit to feeding them to, this is this is a rose. It's a, to helping them thrive. So it's not bad for us to use the medicine of animals. This is the prerequisite between, it's just abuse of power. And I don't want to specifically point fingers at one industry or another. I could use makeup industry just as well as I could use pharmaceutical industry. There's animal testing done on both, and humans benefit from it. This is about making sure that when we are using animals for something, that we're not harming, hurting, or otherwise causing an extinction level event for them in one way or another, a genocide. Sweet music needs to go with sweet smelling situations. I'm creating something sweet right now. It's what's on the menu. So choosing for yourself, if you have a sweet tooth or not, is sometimes a challenging decision. We have a responsibility to give back when we've taken away from the muses of this earth. How would your life be without music in it? If you're using the medicine of an animal, you have to also give back to that animal kingdom so that we maintain the balance. Growing from that is what creates a garden that everybody benefits from, whether it's the people at the top or the bottom. Should be sweet on both sides. I'm going to leave these here at the top of the reading. We may come back to them. I'm seeing a recital, and that's what I was trying to say about this could be a recital of any type. It doesn't just have to be music. Artists perform in many different ways. This could be like a gallery full of pieces of art, statues, all of the above, right? But the recital is it's the exam. It's the final presentation. It's the final presentation and culmination of what you've learned. It's the sum of it all. Okay. Yeah, look, this is heartbreak and this is the universe. So when we're reciting things, we're regurgitating them from our memory. It's a mental emesis, right? That's what's there. What's over here when we don't balance things out properly is just bad smells. There's no sweet smelling anything. So it's almost like on the one hand, you have one possibility that you can either choose to memorize all of the correct notes that you're reading while you're playing along, right? But then again, you're also sitting on pins and needles because you're nervous. It's anxiety. That's what comes along with a recital when you're taking an exam. Some people love exams, other people are not so much. Sweet smelling here is with dancing it off in the reverse. I feel like this is after you've done the recital, after you've danced your part, right? You've done your part. You've served your purpose there. My work here is done. That's when you get your flowers. Your garden doesn't go anywhere. It stays firmly rooted, planted in the ground where it is. Um, you are the one that has a daily responsibility of tending to that garden, watering it, pruning back all of the dead leaves so that the plant remains healthy. let's see what this entails for society, because I want people not to miss the Hogwarts train. That's really important herbology. Knowing what a screaming mandrake is versus a petunia. It's the difference between the whole universe just being handed to you, falling really directly in your lap. Yeah, there's no death there. Like living forever. The whole universe, forever and ever and ever and ever. Versus heartbreakingly not having a garden that you've tended to consistently, that you can have a throne for yourself. Yep, there's the magician. You have to be able to use all those 4 resources so that you don't miss the train. You don't have to miss something that's not gone. So if you've used all these tools to create something that you then still have, then you don't miss it. It's almost like when, this is really cheesy or going to sound really cheesy or corny maybe, I don't know. It's like when people say, oh, I'll always be with you. They don't mean that literally. They're going to pass away someday. That's where none of us are getting out of here alive. But that energy of zeitgeist, or like the Holy Ghost, or the time that it takes for us to realize the divinity of like our own biometric being, that's what continues. Your bloodline does as well. So the stories that you've experienced, the things that you've experienced, you tell stories about them. Those stories are passed down through the bloodlines far after you're dead. It doesn't mean you've cheated death. It means you've created something that is tangible beyond this realm, at least the visible one to most people. It's a different type of currency. And for those lucky few that can swing back and forth, that can swing back and forth between the veil and the other side, there's really, like, it is tacit. It is. When you select your pet, you don't even have to say their name. It's going to become a energetic exchange that's all within the realm of the unseen. Like, you're not going to be able to pinpoint it, and it's going to hopefully help de-stress the situations that we've not been able to recite. We've been tone deaf, we've been colorblind, we've been, I don't know how to make this recital. We've been forgetful. I don't know. We've been selectively remember, like, you know what I mean? It's all of these things. It's taking out the anxiety so that these are now locations, X's on the stage that are marked, so you know where to upstage, where to down, what's downstage, what's left stage, what's right stage. Is that when I'm facing the audience, or is that when the audience is looking at me? Is that right or their left? Is it, you don't understand what I'm saying? It's knowing the location, where to be, when to be there, be at the right place at the right time. Not really stressing, doing something that you love. Not something that you were forced to regurgitate or recite. Something that you took from one side and moved it to the other. It came with you between the veil and wherever it may go. There's also gratitude coming through you need to be grateful for yourself, because that's the only way that yourself is going to find yourself again. Wherever you go, there you are. So, this is different kind of reading, I guess, that I'm doing. I usually do 3 piles. Today I'm just seeing a lot of parallels between the two. And yeah, we shuffled through these a little bit, but these were the the basis cards. The basis card is the card that comes out. It needs to be focused on. This doesn't feel like the right deck for right now. Since we're doing Hogwarts, I'll use the Nadia Turner deck. This is Forest Fae. Let me get 4 Forest Fae. Then we'll have all 4 of these resources here at the forefront. Look. Oh, sorry. That's the Hierophant. So that's the commitment that's needed. And here's the Queen of Pentacles. Not that it matters, but whatever. So this one goes here. It's the Autumn Fae, landed on top of the Magician. So using the Indian fall, that's kind of autumn. But it's also the platform 9 3/4. This is the old one that goes with the universe, which makes sense. Let me get something for sweet music, please. The Silent came out in the reverse on top of the piano. So that's what I mean by it's like a recital of something. Somebody's gonna use their voice from here on out. From here on out, they will no longer be silent or the silent one. It doesn't mean that you don't have pauses or silences or brief intermissions. It just means this, even if this person was not speaking, their art form is going to be such that it's such beautiful music, it drifts through the universe like the old one. But this is the 3rd card that we're drawing there. It's the art will speak for itself. If you know about Egyptian deities, I guess, Ma'at is kind of a Libra. She weighs things out on a scale. Between a feather and your heart and your physical intentions behind your heartfelt, emotional ability to give and take. While upon the face of this specific planet that she's holding. This is the old one, or in my mind, Mother Nature. I think she's more called Mother Nurture because this is the nature of us is to age. We get older. Things deteriorate, things fall apart. That's what I mean by having a role in something. If you take off the R of the word role, then you're kind of old. There's nothing wrong with that. This is the wisdom, knowing the wisdom, looking directly at it, accepting it, redefining it, making it sense. Look what's right underneath that. There's an offer. It's an offer from the past that's going to always continue. It's energy that never, ever dies. Even if your physical vessel or body will eventually someday do that. So this is it's not going to be silent. It's going to be something that you've endowed, something that you've endowed for your future. Just like being a storyteller, just like being a shaman or a healer that uses animals and plants while giving back to them, or at least educating the world about them, which is a way to give back also. It's doing that as well as using the medicine in the appropriate healing means. Let's get a first fave for sweet smelling. Smelling sweet. Okay, this whole chunk kind of fell out, so I don't really know which one to take. But this is the Forest Walker and the Green Witch. So I'm going to put these back, but there's something about, it's like being able to go through the forest and identify what does a mandrake root look like. Maybe you should come to Hogwarts and figure out who Draco Malfoy really is. Maybe then. But you have to be open to the herbs and arts that are oftentimes either, rare, extinct, or almost perished. I just said this. I literally just said this. Okay, we'll just hear it. The mandrake spirit. It's the spirit of the plant, literally coming through as I'm telling you. You should be able to walk through the forest. And as a green witch, because everyone likes the color green for one specific reason, right? You shouldn't just love it for that reason. There's a tincture. There's a tincture that you can either make from roots, from your own heritage, from your own bloodline, from your own belief systems, your own traditions, and those carry on as well. Those carry on also. It's not wasting one drop of what you were given, no matter if it's something positive or negative. Okay? It's walking through, you see she's got the 3 fruits all around her crown chakra. She's literally trying to indicate that if you don't know what like a hybrid looks like, you're not gonna recognize it when you see it. Okay, forget about it. If you don't like Hogwarts, that's fine. Let's talk about I think there's this intergalactic federation that Gaia has. I think it is GAIA, and they talk a lot about different types of aliens, right? And just go with it if you're a Star Trek fan or whatever. You wouldn't know what you were up against, or if you're into Marvel universe, you don't know the superheroes' powers until you investigate them, until you get to know them, until you've seen enough, experienced enough, smelled enough, heard enough to understand what it is that you're looking at. It's like seeing a bat hanging upside down in a bat cave, but then you miss the bat signal. It's like, oh, that was not a bat. That was a that was a hybrid. They do have echolocation and sonar. Just like aquatic animals, right? So maybe you would choose a bat. If this was your pet selection day. It's going along with Draco. And the general judge a book by its cover, understanding of Draco Malfoy's family when you first arrive at Hogwarts. You have to understand the whole saga to kind of get how Frodo Baggins got back to the Shire. Right? It's the same thing on learning how to control a TARDIS. It's being open-minded enough to listen to lectures on cows from Temple Grandin so that you can understand how scary a life cycle can sometimes be and why some people might not want to look past the veil. And that's okay. If you're a muggle, you're a muggle. If you're a witch, you're a witch. If you're a warlock, you're a warlock. People call each other all kinds of things. But you can't go to church and not hear the word Jerusalem. So Salem is scary to some people, intriguing to others. I get that, but this is 2026. So this is not witchcraft. This is called, you could just call it survival skills in the forest. If there ever was like a walker outbreak, you would be the one that would survive. If there was apocalypse right now and there were walkers all over the city, you would be the one that's at like patient zero because you already know. It's the other side of technology, the gatekeeper. It's the veil. I'm telling you now. I said I was going to get 4. This is the 5th. I'm going to set it right there in the middle. So I want you to look at this. I feel like this is maybe the King of Wands equivalent in this deck. It's the one that can see both sides. So when we say there's a conversation between two people, of course there's two people, but then also the universe is being informed silently from their thought processes and electrical, synapse energy toward each other, if that's an energy that's going to continue or not. It's a frequency. Do we frequently connect mentally or do we not so frequently connect? Are you somebody who's going to be imprinted on my memory? Or are you somebody that I'm going to forget? That's the question all of us have to ask each other on, and it goes both ways. It's not, that's what I mean. Yeah, this is the old paths. She has an eye around her throat chakra, which is really interesting. That this is the last card. This is a reading all on its own. This is the future energy. I just didn't switch decks, so I'll take it and switch decks at the same time. The old paths walk in unknown territory to see from a new perspective. This is like the Queen of Wands, if that makes sense. So everyone's going. That's what I mean. No one can get off the planet without experiencing a transition between life and death. Which direction you're moving, I don't know. Is this really left on stage or is it right? Where's your X's located? Because we can go on a bear hunt, X marks the spot. That's a whole massage. Okay? That's the message. So there's basically like the old paths are the new paths. It's the pathogen that we're going to enlist the help of both plants and animals to either endorse us or we're going to cut that energy off and learn a new way to do it that's much improved. There's a zeitgeist and there's a movement. So there's a ghost, something unseen, unknown information that's just out there. It's just out there. It's up to you to go and get it. That's territory that's unmarked. So it's up to the future. We're not going to be here for that. Possibly. We could be. But it depends on this. People have to know who they are, where they are, and identify for themselves the medicinal properties within you, your family, the broader community, the world, the planetary system. I feel like Buzz Lightyear and beyond. Okay. All right, I'm going to leave this here, except I did say I'll get one more feature card. So I'll just cut half this deck. Oh, look, we're not denying the eye. You see that? It's like left eye is not being denied. Oh, that was really sweet. I just heard like one of my spirit guides be like, left eye agrees. Oh, child. Oh, that's Chile. Anyway, you can't deny what it is that you think, that you hear, that you feel, that you see, that you know, you can identify. Yeah. This is no denying of the old paths. We're just going to use those paths to show us the direction towards healing properties. It's ownership of self. That's it.